Hello, everybody. Want to go over a few things that kind of catch my eye. By now, not sure what point in the game you are as far as education goes, but I'm hopeful that we've been leading you to the basics, which are answers to questions like what is blockchain, what is mining, what is staking, what are loans that are available, what different exchange platforms offer loans, margins, what are hash rate contracts, how to learn capital investments, or I'm sorry, how to earn them, and how does it work. Investing, $100 to test it out, understanding that it might cost you money to learn how all this stuff works. No different than going to a class. The difference is you're playing with real money. And so hopefully a lot of those questions are getting nailed down and out of the way, because it leaves open the next question. And that question is once I understand what all this stuff is, once I've decided to manage the risk and build my portfolio, build my plan of how I'm going to attack the coin markets, whether it be loans or maybe you want to go with mining, maybe you want to do contract mining, maybe you want, whatever that case is. In the end of it all, the one underlying factor that really keeps a lot of people a little in the air and unsecure is the security of it all. The concern that how do I preserve my money? How do I protect it? Once I get all this stuff and I'm into it, now how do I stop someone from with nefarious intentions from getting my money? And the answer to that is redundancy, of course, because everything is backed up in the blockchain, but even your money after it's moved and gone is still in that blockchain. It's just not yours anymore, right? So how do you secure it? So I want to lead off by what security is, meaning to feel secure, because I think that what everyone really needs to think about when they're talking about security is security as an asymptote. And for those of you who don't know what an asymptote is, I don't have a problem explaining it. Imagine a swinging line that is approaching the line, right? But it's getting closer and closer and closer to the line being absolutely secure. It's probably the equivalent of like an absolute zero when it comes to cold. And we know that absolute zero is unattainable. And I think security falls into that category because you will never be 100% secure. And the reason for that is because for every time one person thinks of a way to secure something, there's another person right around the corner figuring out how to decrypt that. And that's just the nature of money in general. For every dollar that's in a pocket, there will be a pickpocket wandering around looking for that dollar. So when it comes to security, I just want to put that out there that it's an evolving and ever-evolving process to be secure. It's a part of your regimen, a part of your daily routine to research and find these new things. But from a person in the room that has lost $14 million in Litecoin due to a breach, I think that my credentials are warranted here when I'm offering some light guidance when you're looking into these things. So number one, software. Knowing the platform that you're operating on, knowing their security measures. Do they have a two-way authenticator? Do they give you the alerts via SMS to your phone? Do they allow you to password reset? Do they lock import, export of tokens or coins within a period of time after a password change? Those are things to build into your equation for a secure, sound wallet. So you have a software wallet. This is something that you can download and keep on your computer, but your hard drive could fail, right? So where's your redundancy there? Um, then you say, well, I'm going to have a NAS and back it up. Okay, do that. But then there's the passphrases, all the special passwords that you guys have saved. Um, those have to be recorded somewhere. The passphrases are like long sentences in some cases, so you do need to keep those offline. And I've heard of people printing these out, putting them in lockboxes, and that's a wise choice. So that's kind of what I'm getting at, is that it's not as simple, cut, and easy as oh, I'm just gonna put it in a secure location and forget about it. The chain needs to be updated. The hardware needs to be checked for integrity. You need to have some redundancy, so which would be backing it up, and kind of a flowing process there. So that's just on the overscope of it all. Then you're going a little further and you say, okay, well maybe I want to get a hardware wallet. What is a hardware wallet? A hardware wallet is a device. I mean, remember, all we're working with here when we're talking about Bitcoins is data. It's just no different than a spreadsheet or a Word document. So you're talking about a flash drive that's going to hold this data that's important and sensitive to you. And that data is encrypted and everything, so it's safe if it got into the wrong person's hands. But if you actually physically lost that, how would you recover it at that point? That's where your recovery process is also part of your security program. So two things: hardware wallet, software wallet. Another thing is I think it's great to collaborate and work with other people and communicate with like-minded people to get information on how they're doing well, how they're progressing along. But there is some sort of risk with any type of interaction with an individual. A common topic in IT computer security is social engineering. So having these conversations with people is one thing, but how much information are you giving away? It might seem like nothing to you, but you give away your IP address, a couple of things about yourself, and now you're in a position where this person can socially try to figure you out through Google and other means, and start to tackle the password protection that you have on your equipment, your accounts, your devices, and with all the different exchanges and websites and everything out there, and it being new, it's a wild playground out there. So keeping your information safe and secure should definitely be a part of your next venture. You understand this stuff now. The worst thing you could do is go out, do really, really well, and leave an opening where someone gets to reap your benefits. Reap the reward of all your hard work. Nothing worse than that. So, again, from someone who can tell you this from experience, I was an early adopter. Mined 40,000 Litecoins, and poof, they were gone. This was back in 2015. But still, my $5,000 investment into equipment and $300 a month investment into power, all out the window because I was on chat boards, talking it up. So, big mistake. I learned my lesson. Hopefully, you guys can learn from my lesson, and make sure that you set up a precautionary plan, a strategy. For instance, now I have a LifeLock account, and other things that I think that if you lose that sum of money, you start to think twice about. No one really needs car insurance until you get into an accident, and unfortunately, then it's too late, right? So let's not leave off the table identity theft, and you may think your Bitcoins are worth a lot of money, but every credit card, social security number, driver's license, those things have monetary value out there to people doing nefarious things. And that nefarious thing could be that maybe they just don't have a United States credential, and you're going to give them that, and that's going to allow them to create accounts and possibly ring up lending accounts that you didn't know were out there, and possibly create some detriment. So for what it's worth, guys, security is an important thing to consider and be on top of. Put it into your diet as to the things you're looking into. It's fun to play with the numbers and see how much we can make. I definitely think it's well worth your time to invest into yourself and your security of your information, and make sure that's something you take on. Then you can lend and you can stake and to your heart's desire. But take care, number one. Thanks, guys. Bye.